Hey guys, and welcome to another video with the Council of Trolls. I'm your host, Yoshi, and today we are going to be talking about Devil May Cry 5. I have a history with this series. Spoiler. It was the first to introduce me to action games or the hack and slash genre as a whole. And since then I've played games like Ninja Gaiden and Bayonetta, but DMC has always been the one I come back to because really good at delivering on its gameplay, and Devil May Cry 5 is no different. In fact, after playing this game for many hours, I can say that this is the best Devil May Cry Capcom has produced. This is classic Devil May Cry action fans of the series love, and will be happy to play and return to. I'm actually pretty excited to talk about this game because the whole time I was playing, I had a smile on my face from start to finish, and it's just good to see these characters return better than ever. You know, all this over-the-top action is dialed up to 11. Like, Capcom just took all the feedback and their experience from making their previous Devil May Cry games and just knocked it out of the park. So I'm happy to report, guys, that Devil May Cry 5 is the action game you guys have been waiting for. Hands down. So in this video, I won't be giving a full review on it, but my impressions that it left on me as a whole, and as well as showcasing the three protagonists you play as through the story. So on screen right now, who you're seeing, this is Nero. Nero is back and improved upon from his previous entry in DMC 4. All thanks to the Devil Breaker. The Devil Breaker, or Devil Breakers, are prosthetic robotic arms built by his partner Nico that aid him in battle, and they all have their own unique functions. To name a few, there's Rack Time, which distorts and slows down time in a small space. There's Tomboy, which augments his sword and gun. There's Overture, which is your default that shoots out electricity from the palm. There's Punchline, which is one of my personal favorite ones. It acts like a homing rocket, and you can ride on top of it and do tricks depending on what button you press. It's pretty freaking awesome, I gotta say. But there's a downside to these Devil Breakers. They're pretty fragile. If you take damage when activating a Devil Breaker, it will break. So you have to choose and pick what time to activate these Devil Breakers, as not to lose them. But you can acquire these Devil Breakers by buying them in the in-game store during, the middle of your mission by calling in Nico or finding him laid out throughout the map. And that's Nero as a whole. And moving on to V here. V is a unique character. He's his combat is pretty special to the series. Something that Devil May Cry has not done before. He's a distant fighter. He fights indirectly using three familiars: Griffin, Shadow, and Nightmare. The two you see on screen right now is Griffin and Shadow. Fun fact: Griffin and Shadow were demons that Dante faced in the very first Devil May Cry game. Griffin was this huge bird that served under Mundus and would attack Dante with, an array of lightning attacks. And in this game, Griffin's no different, except he has a better arsenal of moves this time around. Shadow is Shadow. I think Shadow, to me personally, is mostly the same in terms of how he attacks, but of course, since you actually control Shadow in this game, they expanded his moveset greatly. So Shadow is a panther. I think that's what he is. It looks like a panther who can morph its body, into different shapes and sizes. So he acts as your sword, and Griffin acts as your gun in terms of controls. And it's nice seeing them work together, but Nightmare is a whole different story. So Nightmare, the third familiar, is only activated by the use of Devil Trigger, which is that purple meter you see at the bottom below your health bar. He comes in, you activate him, he comes in different ways. It's pretty awesome to see that, because in the process, when he makes his entrance, he hurts demons. So he'll come through the ground, or he'll come in as a meteor and just strike the ground. And when he takes form, he's this big, hulking golem of a creature that shoots laser beams, smashes the ground. And when you see all three working together, it's awesome. There's so much chaos on screen. For me, V is the easiest to get style rankings with. If you want that smoking sexy style, I think he's the easiest one to get it with, because out of the three characters, he's kind of the one you can button mash in a sense. Devil May Cry, to me, is not a button masher, because you have to be precise in certain combos if you want those flashy style combos you want to pull off. But in terms of V, you can kind of spam some things and still get an S rank. So, but he wasn't easy to use at first for me. But as you progress through the game and unlock more movesets for him, he becomes a lot better, in my opinion. So he's not that bad to play with. So moving on to Dante, the legendary Devil Hunter has returned better than his previous iterations, even 3 and 4. You know, he's back with all 4 of his styles: Trickster, Gunslinger, Royal Guard, and Swordmaster, along with 4 weapons and 4 guns he can use real time in battle. Dante is the hardest person to use, in my opinion, because of all these tools he has in his arsenal, along with his variety of moves that you can unlock. Dante has the biggest moveset out of all 3 characters, and using Dante's full arsenal to your advantage is difficult at first, but after a while, you know, you get used to it. Because switching back to Trickster, Gunslinger, Swordmaster, Royal Guard, and Rebellion, and Cerberus, the motorcycle weapon Cavalier, I think it's what it's called, and Balrog, the improved Beowulf version, in my opinion. Balrog I was using a lot for Dante. I think Balrog is my favorite weapon for Dante in DMC 5. You can switch between your fists and feet for Balrog. You'll see, as you see in this clip, I was using Balrog a lot. You can charge it up, and it bursts into flames, and it increases your attack power. Pretty dope. But yeah, Dante. Capcom did a really good job showing Dante's skill over the years, because you know he's a demon hunter that's been in his line of work for a long time, and Capcom really showed that Dante is the man, not to be messed with, you know. But Devil May Cry 5 on all fronts is a really, really fantastic, excellent action game. You know, everything was, you can just see the polished and well-crafted attention to detail that, you know, Capcom gave Devil May Cry. The combat is addictive. You know, I even want to go back and play right now as I'm doing this video, but you know, it's just that good of a game. Best action game of the year, possible game of the year contender, because aside from my impressions right now, it's been getting, you know, raving reviews. The review scores are great for this game. If you haven't bought this game yet, go out and buy it right now, hands down. It gets my seal of approval, you know. But I will be giving a full review on this game pretty soon. But yeah, if you guys like this video, subscribe, like it, leave a comment below. If you didn't like it, just like it. All forms are welcome here. But yeah, I will see you guys next time on the Council of Trolls. Thanks for watching, guys.